Church went a little too far. More so than my cartoon.
All right, listen.
A couple of jokes. I know this is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
He was like, you know, you had a son, he was gay. You'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak man, dude. You're part of the problem.
Gonna tell people, I don't tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them.
In order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. You know, like you're certainly willing to risk offending me.
You know that feeling when someone tries to put words in your mouth? Now imagine that on a global stage with cameras rolling. That's what celebs deal with every day. But some of them, they're not having it anymore. They're calling out the BS right to the reporter's face. And let me tell you, it's as satisfying as telling off that annoying coworker you've always wanted to. Remember when celebs could just chat about their latest flick without walking on eggshells? Those days are long gone, folks. Now, it's like every interview is an interrogation. Reporters are prowling for any hint of something offensive they can pounce on. It's ridiculous. Take this clip of Jennifer Lawrence getting cornered about some dumb tweet from ages ago. The reporter keeps pushing and pushing, trying to get that juicy soundbite. You can see Jennifer getting more uncomfortable by the second, but then boom, she fires back with, "Are we really doing this? Digging up decade-old posts to create drama? How about we talk about the actual movie I'm here to promote?" You gotta hand it to her. She wasn't having any of that nonsense. And can you blame her? It's like celebs are walking through a minefield these days. One wrong step and boom, you're canceled.
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
I'm like...
Free speech. And control what people say?
Your career's toast faster than you can say, "I'm sorry if anyone was offended." People are sick of this game, you know? They want real talk, not some carefully scribed PR garbage.
They haven't had a great time, though, have they?
Who has had a great time in history?
But men have had less of a
Really?
shitty
Have
time.
they? Have they? By what standard?
As far as what?
Well, they thought that maybe you were being disrespectful to the Christian religion.
Who did?
I'm telling you, you need to Google.
They want to hear celebs speak their minds, not tiptoe around every little thing that might upset someone somewhere. And guess what? Some stars are starting to push back. They're saying enough is enough, like Chris Pratt. When a reporter tried to bait him into a political debate, he straight up said, "I'm not here to talk politics. I'm here to entertain people and bring a little joy to their lives. Can we focus on that?" Or how about Ricky Gervais? He's made a career out of not giving a damn what people think. When asked about offensive jokes, he said, "Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Offense is about feelings, and feelings are personal." It's refreshing, isn't it, to see celebs actually speak their minds instead of regurgitating whatever their PR team told them to say. And let me tell you, people are eating it up. They're tired of the fakeness, the constant apologies for every little thing. So who else is leading the charge? Who's brave enough to stand up to this woke inquisition? Stick around, cause we're about to dive into some of the best mic drop moments from celebs who've had enough of this BS. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. You think celebs are just gonna roll over and take this crap? Hell no, some of them are fighting back and it's glorious. Remember Bill Burr? When some reporter tried to stir up drama about his show disrespecting Christians, Burr flipped it right back on him. Who exactly is upset? I don't think it's the Christians, I think it's you.
Background is part of the show. Or at
Yes,
least
and I
2
wanted to
episodes.
talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far.
Church went a little too far. More so than my cartoon.
All right, listen.
A couple of jokes. I know this is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
Boom, shut down. But it's not just the big names taking a stand. Even the up-and-comers are getting in on the action.
Oh, good Lord.
So did you feel you were being disrespectful, or just you were just having fun with some of the crucifixes and stuff like that?
Take Dana White, the UFC guy. He don't play. When some reporter tried to corner him about fighter comments, Dana was like, "I don't give anyone a leash. They say what they want. Free speech, baby. No PC bullshit in the octagon."
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, you know, what they can say.
Gonna tell people, I don't tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them.
And get this, it's not just about clapping back at reporters. Some celebs are straight up refusing to do interviews with certain outlets. They're saying, you want to play games? Fine, we won't play at all. Can you blame them? Why sit there and let some woke vulture try to twist your words when you can just not? But here's where it gets real interesting. You got fighters like Shan Strickland who don't give a damn about your feelings. When a reporter tried to grill him about some comments he made about having a gay son, Strickland hit back with, "Are you gay?" Talk about turning the tables.
In lesbian community in this city, I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another, I'm saying in the swamp, you guys. He was like, you know, you had a son, he was gay. You'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak man, dude. You're part of the problem.
The reporter's face probably looked like he'd just been hit by a truck. It's like these celebs are finally saying what we've all been thinking. They're tired of walking on eggshells, tired of every little thing being blown out of proportion. And you know what? People are loving it. They're sick of the fakeness, the constant apologies for every little thing. PR experts are losing their minds over this. They're all, oh no, the celebs are going off script. But you know what? Maybe that's exactly what we need. Real talk, no filters, no carefully crafted statements, just people speaking their minds.
The fact that you have no backbone and has he shut down your country and seized bank accounts, you ask me some stupid like that.
Freedom of speech in that. Why should your right to freedom of speech trump a trans person's right not to be offended?
So next time you see a celeb refusing to play ball with these woke reporters, remember, they're not just being difficult. They're fighting back against a system that's trying to control every damn word that comes out of their mouths. And honestly, good for them. It's about time someone stood up to this nonsense.
I was asking that question. I'll move on though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash.
So what's the deal here? Are we really gonna keep letting these woke reporters push celebs around? Maybe it's time we let them be human again, you know? Like, when was the last time you heard a star say something real without getting torn apart? Next time you see some poor schmuck getting canceled over some dumb comment, ask yourself, what are we really fixing here? Are we making the world better? Or are we just creating a place where everyone's scared to open their mouth?
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it.
In order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. You know, like you're certainly willing to risk offending me. And
think about it. We're living in a world where people are walking on eggshells 24/7. That ain't right. It's like we're suffocating real conversations, real opinions. And for what? So nobody gets their feelings hurt? Come on, that's not how life works. Maybe it's time we grew a thicker skin and let people speak their minds. Cause this whole cancel culture thing, it's not solving anything. It's just making everyone paranoid. And that's no way to live, is it?